last year this time because we did a slow roll in North Sydney, the carbon tax, and he sent me a message back, and he said that he would be putting it on his agenda or whatever they call it. Now, this whole campaign, I haven't heard one thing about it, and that's the MPs' automatic pay raises every year. Canadians feel like we're being punished with the carbon tax on April 1st, but MPs are getting automatic pay raises. Now, I haven't heard any of the parties talk about it.
Well, you know what? It's interesting you ask that question because it is something that we have not discussed. I did see Pierre very briefly on Saturday, but I know it's on the minds of Canadians, and it's certainly something that I'll bring back to him. I see him a couple of times a week. There is a process, and it's interesting when you think of the process, because one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to have the people who are the guardians of the funds in charge of whether you get a pay raise and how much you get. So that process is actually taken out of the hands of members of Parliament. And of course that would make sense, right? You don't want to say, well, I'm in charge of the cookies, and I'm going to get to see how many cookies I eat. So what they've done, and I'm not sure how many years ago, it's before I came to Parliament, is there is a process that looks at around 500, my understanding is, union pay raises and what they've been, and that is how it's determined if members of Parliament get a pay raise or not. So I don't, listen, it's only the honest truth, I don't know if we can influence that or not, but I do think it's a good process that is outside the hands of members of Parliament, because you don't, as I said, you don't want the people who are in charge of the cookie jars to get to choose how many cookies they eat.
Now, last year, PRTOEST said that he would put a moratorium on the pay raise. Now, the other question.
Say that, but I'll take your word.
Well, no, he said that to me.
Okay.
Now, my other thing is that because Canadians feel it's a slap in the face, and we're being punished with an increase of 23% for carbon tax, but like I say, MLAs get an automatic pay raise. Okay? And there is no accountability with MPs. 330 MPs. No accountability if they do something wrong or they don't come to their promises or anything like that.
Well, I will
We
disagree
need
with you.
recall and accountability. We can't fire you, and we're the ones who hire you.
No, but you know what? You can, because that's why we have elections every year.
No.
Elections are for.
If I elect you based on your campaign, no, I'm sorry, I don't mean to raise my voice. Sorry, I'll get passionate. If we elected somebody and they got in based on their campaign promises, and then they don't come through with any campaign promises, as a business person, wouldn't you want to fire that person because they're not doing the job they were hired to do?
And that is the system that we have elections. And that's what we're doing. You know, we've had 8 years now. He hasn't done anything for us, and guess what? We still have him.
Right,
So-
and that's what my point. There should be accountability.
So you know what? My greatest wish for you is that you get all of your friends out there, you elect a You're ready to do that?
Yes, if everybody can get out and help get rid of this carbon tax, I certainly agree with you on that. Thank you for the question. There you have it. They don't want accountability. What can I say? They don't want accountability. They want to get elected on promises, and when they don't come through on their promises, guess what? They don't give a shite, because they're getting away with everything, murder even right now.